try this again with my camera since my phone keeps dying. You got your bearing, you have your, it's fiberglass original. You might be able to find, if you find replacements, it'll probably be plastic. This is the original fiberglass bearing. As I said in my previous video, the gas tanks are usually glued in here, but it becomes a pain in the neck when you need to work on something, because then if you pull a gas tank up, you're jammed, and you got to figure a way to disconnect it from here. So then you leak gas all over the place. So there is a little hinge here that keeps this into place. I took the clip off because I don't want that locked down. I want to be able to raise this up. So here's your petcock to turn the gas on and off, like that. So I need you to get your fingers in here. I was going to put a quick release in here, but there's no room. You can look that up, quick release. Right now, I have it so that I can do that. I can disconnect this. If you pull it from here, then you can turn the gas off, pull the whole gas tank off if you want to work on it. When you're racing, you need to make things practical, but you want to make sure that you don't have this touching this. So there's a little spot here that this lays into. If you can see it, lays right into this, like that. So it keeps that into place so you can get to the petcock. Then you have your distilled water in here. You want to have it up to about there. Make sure you always check on this. Look at it from the front, from the side. Wiggle it around. See if you have water in there, or you'll burn the bike up. 40. I stay with a 44-to-1 mix. People go 50. It's just when you're pushing 50 to 1, you're just really pure racing. You're gonna rebuild the motor if you blow it up. I stay 44-to-1. Been doing that with all my bikes for years. Never had a problem. Never had to rebuild something. Never blew anything up. You get yourself some Yamalube or the Honda type. That's orange. The Yamalube will be blue. Go to a place you say you want for a 2-stroke dirt bike. They won't know what the Pocketbike is, so you get some Yamalube for 2-stroke mixing. Mix it. Get a ratio right, clear cup, and mark off 44-to-1. Fill up the cup with oil, which will be about that much in a cup, to 1 gallon of high test gas. Then mix it in the canister and mix it very well. And as you have the canister, always shake it around. Also with these bikes, you want to shake them up a bit when you have fuel in them, so it shakes the fuel up and mixes it in the tank again, as the oil likes to separate from the gas. Just things I've been doing. Then you got your, I believe this is an 18mm Delorto carburetor. Here's your choke right here. You push it down, pull it up when it's off. There's your coil. Spark plug, you'd have to get it off with a wrench. It's an NGK. I got these tied up. Keeps it. You can cut these. Keeps it from touching the motor, grounding out. Got your kill switch over here. You can adjust these bars, front, rear brakes. You got your adjustable GRC adjustable steering damper. Makes it tighter, looser. Again with the front wheels. Like I said, this PMT tire has never been, it's original to the bike. Still has the bead. Never been dismounted, taken off. Rims are original. I had a magnet over here that I was doing for a speedometer setup. There's no damage on these rims. I have rubber mounts here so that you can get the, so it doesn't vibrate, as these like to crack. Back brake setup, sliders I made. Rear tire has some cracking, but again, that's how I got the bike. I've been riding on these tires, no problem. I would suggest if you're going to do a parking lot, either stay on these tires or get some harder ones called the Bs, PMT Bs. They're parking lot tires. But these tires, again, they should be fine for a parking lot. But if you're going to go to the track and you're going to seriously race this bike up 50 miles an hour, I'd get some new soft PMTs. T41s or softer. Have them mounted. It's really hard to get to remove. You got your big pipe. got your BZM can, 2 springs on both sides, 40cc BZM motor, water cooled, race prep, so it probably has a race crank in it. On this side, again, you got your brand new. This is a brand new. Paid $300 for this. This is an upgraded BZM radiator. There's the motor. Take this pipe off. You would loosen up a bolt. Let's see where it's at here. Right here. Take this bolt out. Pop these springs, which can be a nightmare to do. I believe they sell a tool for that. Then you got your clutch. This has got a Blotter 3-shoe clutch. This is an 80mm clutch drum. You can use other clutch drums that will fit this bike. Also, to get this off, you're gonna have to loosen this up, turn it down. You also can get a different kind of a stand that goes over here. And this clutch has, you know, some life to it. I could run this clutch for a few races, but this bike is set to engage at 8,500, which is high. That's race prep. Otherwise, it'll be very doggy. You want to have it at 8,500. You want to buy a tack, set it at 8,500. But it's different. If you're going to do parking lot, you might want to lower it down. But this has a 7-tooth pinion. You want to, for the clutch, you're going to need a puller, or you can use this little. It's a tool that has these 2 little pins, and you remove the little clips. Get another clutch. Get some Blotter 3 racing shoes. You can have these relined. Send them overseas. You can have the clutch shoes relined. They'll send you another set. Different, you know, go to Blotter USA. See if you can order the whole clutch or just the shoes. It's basically searching online for the parts. It's got a BZM. I believe that's a BZM pump. Everything in this bike should be BZM. I believe this is Zachi. They put a Zachi on there. I'm going to look at that in a better light. And you have your water pump belt. It is the most important. What I do is when I don't run this bike, I pull the belt off. It keeps this water pump from pulling on it all the time. You don't want it to be pulled on all the time. You have to rebuild these pumps or replace them in time. They get rusty inside. So there's your belt. In order to change the belt, you got to take the rear tire off. Of course, I've had the rear wheel off this. I've had to change the belt. With the sale of this bike, I will include some spare belts. So what you do with this is you get it on there. Make sure you have it on that pulley wheel. You get it on the bottom. Bring it up. Spin the wheel, and there goes your water pump spinning. You don't want to sit this bike just running. This pump makes the water flow. So if you don't have this wheel spinning quickly, it's not pumping the water, and you'll burn the motor out. You don't want to just be sitting there revving it, letting it sit there and run. Bikes are not made; they are made to go. That's one trick that what happens is people overheat their motors, they blow their motor up, or you see water start shooting out of this because they've been sitting there and the water pump isn't moving. If I was sitting with the bike, I would sit there and I would be spinning this wheel just to get the water flowing. It gets hot quick. It's a race engine. So there's not much more I can say. These are from Big Bike sliders. Also on the side, I have the sliders. There are R1 sliders that go here. Again, here's your fiberglass front. Total fiberglass. You might want to go around the edges and like here. There's some marker, some paint, little nicks and crannies. I know I had a vibration of a crack here. There's some tape over that. You'd have to fix fiberglass, and this is a newer bubble GRC glass. It's a little wet right now because I was washing it. Wet it down. I have these lights that they put on here. I had a mark here, so I have the RR there. Old original numbers that actually came on the bike. That was the guy's numbers. I put them on there. You can get those numbers in Home Depot, Target, They're for the house, when you put them in the front of your house. And that's about it right now. Think of anything else, I'll make another video. Oh yeah, how to start it. Pull it, get it to grab, then pull. Get it to grab, then pull. Just don't yank it, you'll rip this whole thing up. Done it, learned my lesson. Take these out, loosen this up, bring it down, take these out. You got a plastic ball in there. You want to be pulling up on this slightly as you press in on this, otherwise you'll bend the little arms in there and it'll totally jam up. It'll just tear it apart. Gotta make sure that's all free. Got a quick turn throttle.